Hello. In October of 2025, 7 of us spent 3 days in the northern part of the North Maine Woods. I rode along with my best friend Paul in his F-150 Tremor, and we had a great time. Here we go. We went in through the Little Black checkpoint up in Allagash, Maine, a little east of Fort Kent or Eagle Lake, and then we headed up towards the Canadian border. A couple of things I wanted to check out that I saw on Google Earth. First was what looked like an airstrip. Some of these have been reinstated, like the one at Red Pine. Wasn't so sure about this one, but I think it also can be used if needed. No real surprises. Turns out it's an airstrip. Someone was camped down the other end. They had a pretty legit setup. Then I figured, well, we were way up here. We might as well check out this, because this to me looked like the northernmost road in Maine. I mean, yeah, sure, there's some other roads and maybe more so trails that go off this road and go up north and start more north, but they're not really roads. I think, and this road's even more north than the border station. It definitely looked that way to me on Google Earth with north up. So I think this was the northernmost real road in Maine. And it's just a road. There's nothing to it. It's a typical North Maine Woods road. But here, you're more north than most Canadians, which I thought was a pretty cool place to stop and note that. So we continued on our way towards that border patrol station and then to try to find the actual northernmost point in Maine. Then I wanted to try to get to the footbridge between Canada and the United States. To get there, it wasn't really super clear. You basically go to the border station, then bear to the right, and continue through the woods. So this is still the United States. This is definitely a road. We're not doing anything wonky.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, okay.
I was just saying
this is definitely a road. Yeah.
I was just saying I was waving just in case somebody was looking out.
Yeah. This road gets narrow and muddy, and you kind of feel like you're in people's backyards. Stick to the map. A GPX file is down below through a link. Oh yeah. Let's check out this bridge. I don't know where it turns. I think the middle of the river.
That would make sense. I mean, you can see where everything says attention, don't go past.
International Bridge.
That's cool.
Yeah, right?
So these benches are in the United States. Right? Yep. Because that triangle thing has got to be
The marker.
the marker. I don't know how far down this bridge we could go.
Well, it does look like God, you know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
It does appear to be a fence to
Oh.
keep you from coming all the way through.
True. I'm only going halfway.
I'm with you, bud. Halfway sounds about right.
And at first I thought these were some sort of marker, but now I realize it's just so you don't trip.
Yeah.
So I think halfway I'm comfortable here. Comfortable with this being as far as you can go in the United States.
Nice.
And holy shit, that's kind of cool. I would say that right now the camera is in Canada.
Yeah.
And we're in the United States.
I agree.
And I think that's as far as you can go.
I think it's probably smart to stop here.
I'm stopping here. Wow, that's cool.
That is very cool.
That's
Thought
really
I
cool.
followed you, Joe.
Yeah, me too, because I probably wouldn't have came by myself. Left my passport in the truck too.
No, I didn't mean to bring mine.
So let me see what this marker says.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because I wonder if it... Yeah, look, we did. I mean, look, according to the map, we did it.
Yep, we certainly did.
So this...
It's definitely a boundary marker.
All right, so now... See, look, there's another one, Scott.
Oh yeah.
So I
that's
bet
the
you,
line.
if we went between the two, so let me look at that map again and see if there's a better route.
I say we just walk up there and turn, and the trucks are right there.
Right. So this house is in the United States.
Yep. And then, like you were saying, the backs of these houses
are in the United States, but the front of them aren't. Weren't you saying that on the radio?
Yeah. So a lot, like some, like look at the line, like this.
Yeah.
This house, the back is.
Doesn't look like anything.
How could you? See, I think if we go back behind this house, we'll be back behind that house. We'll be back where we are.
Yeah, it's just if we go up here and turn left, right there, we're walking this way, right? If we turn left, we'll walk right down that gravel road back to the truck. Oh, we can go right there, Joe. There's the road we were looking for.
That's what we want to be on.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. Look at right at this marker.
Kind of makes sense, huh?
It really does. I thought about this. Someone did. United States. That's cool. United States. Yeah, we're heading straight back to the trucks now.
Yep. We just missed this road.
Yep. Yeah, if we had just taken a left.
Yep.
After that drop down. Scott and I walked back to the group, and then we all walked down to check out the bridge and border, but I didn't get any footage of that.
Yeah.
So this is where we were in Google Earth, and it's kind of tricky, but if you plan on going there, it's important to know. Way back here is where we veered right at that custom station. You go down this road, it's more of a trailer track than a road, and then you end up here. This path is definitely the more traveled path than this path, but you're basically in people's backyards, and these are houses where people live. There was people cutting the grass at this house, and they didn't look too happy we were there, and you're essentially in their backyard even though you're on a road in the North Maine Woods. Scott and I walked this way because it was a dotted line on the map we had, but we were just walking through the forest. We came back this way. So if we went down this road and we parked here, if we had just taken a left, we could have just driven down this way. The line on Google Earth seems to be a little bit inward from the actual border because this is one triangle marker and this is another boundary marker, so it should be over a little ways, so we didn't really cross it even though it looks like we did on this map. But so to be clear, I think the easiest way would be to drive in this way, even though I didn't love being so close to people's property that they're using, and then taking a left and going down that road. And you can walk it to be safe. It's not far, it's a nice walk. And here's where the bridge was. Here's where the picnic tables were and the sign. This was on the way out. I think you can see what I mean by being a little too close to comfort for people's property, especially people that live way up here, probably looking for some peace and quiet, not us. What?
They're just so confused. Like, how are half of their house thinking that where we were standing wasn't
It's so weird. That's so weird. That's a very unique spot. We're moving around so close to the border, even the truck didn't know exactly where we were. It wanted to switch things to metric, and we all got texts saying welcome to Canada or talking about international data.
Estcourt.
When I was doing my research and looking at things, I noticed this thing right on the border. And it was like a square. I couldn't really tell what it was. Even if I look at different dates in Google Earth, it's there for years, but I don't know what it is. So I figured I would take a look. Why not? I still don't know what it is. Just looks like a plywood box. I thought maybe it was like a hunting blind, but there wasn't really any windows in it. There was one small window out the side. I tried to get better footage of it, but I fell into this wet mud, watery mud muck, and got my boot filled up, so I was done. It was cool to see just how they kind of clear cut the whole border. Like there's no trees as far as you can see in both directions. That was cool. Another thing I noticed in Google Earth was this structure which now that I've seen it, it's pretty clear. It's got a helipad, it's got some towers and some solar panels. And I looked back before, it looks like it was kind of destroyed-ish at one point. And, but it's been there for years and years. 2015, it was a little bit different. 2013 imagery is great, but the road was different then. The road is over here now, and there's no helipad. So it seemed like a lot's gone into this structure. For whatever reason, 2011, it's not there. There's something small there. A lot's gone into this structure, but I couldn't find any information about it. I mean, it looks like some sort of radio station. So I figured we're driving by, let's take a look. Upon a closer look, I think it's just a solar-powered radio relay station, probably for Border Patrol and Customs and that sort of stuff, to have communication up here where there's not much infrastructure otherwise. I like how high up the shovel's mounted. We just kept exploring, nothing else to really see. We checked out some campsites, but every single one we came across was already occupied. We drove around and around, kind of starting to panic about finding a place to sleep because every single site already had someone set up there. I did manage to perfect the lazy man drone landing, which is just me not even getting out of the truck. Alright, so we've been looking for a campsite now for hours. We've tried
Little
4 or 5 the three little black ones, I don't know, there's 3 of them. We tried 5 or 6, I'd say.
Yeah,
2 back there,
The one that was
probably
way out.
at least 6. And they've all been occupied, but it is Columbus Day weekend. We're really hoping that Fox Brook campsite is vacant and we find a place. Because otherwise, we've tried every other one that's in this region. So we're hoping for the best here. We finally lucked out at Fox Brook campsite. Great little site along the river. We set up shop, set up our tents, cut up some wood, cooked some dinner, and had a pretty good night.
That's a damn fine pallet right there.
We had planned to dive deeper into the woods the next day, but because it was so hard to find a campsite, we decided to kind of just go off exploring from here and come back to here. I did hear a car drive by and so did someone else, so I wanted to see where that went, and I kept walking down the road. This bridge looks sketchy to walk. Never mind try to drive. The bridge looked like it hadn't been used in years and years, and I wouldn't trust it with a car because it barely held people, but there was a pretty established path around the bridge through the small brook. I sat here for a bit, thought about that, and then I walked down the road a little ways, and then we decided to go back and get the cars and see if we could see where this went.
I like how you and I are stomping onto this bridge and Christine's like this.
Yeah.
We heard you scream. No, we heard you go, ah!
So this must be the way the other cars we heard went, so we figured we'd forge on and see where this got to.
The ones from land.
Those are the bad guys.
all the way through. Once you get out of that.
As I mentioned, I kind of pre-walked this road and then decided let's take the cars and see what happens. If I had maybe walked 5 more paces, I would have seen that it became unpassable. So this was a quick little side shoot. We turned back around, headed back towards camp, and then we went off from there. Our goal was to get towards a fire tower we had heard about, or I had heard about. It wasn't too far from here. It does get really dusty when you're not the first car in line.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Really dusty.
I will never go on another
Let's
trip
go
unless
back
I'm
in the
leaving.
front. We have to lead. After a nice drive, we got to the base of Rocky Mountain. It was tight and rough, so we decided to walk up, but it opened up and it was steep, but it wasn't too rugged, so we kind of regretted walking up, but we did anyway.
Scott needs to go back, so we're gonna head back down. Alright, I don't want him to go alone.
Kind of you.
When we made it to the top, there was another one of those communication stations, and there was the remnants of the old tower. The tower itself was there, but there was no more cab on top anymore. You can walk all the way up to it. I'll speed that up. This is Rocky Mountain Tower. It says ASCS number 17. And they took out a bunch of rungs from the ladder, and the tippy top doesn't look so hot. There's not much of view from where I am. The camera's at about my eye level. I'm gonna see how high up I can get the camera and hopefully have a better view from the footage. In my opinion, this wasn't worth the walk. The view's not bad. It's great if you're a camera on the end of a super long pole, but the view's not great otherwise. And there's no way to climb up the tower, and there's no cab at the top. Ross Mountain is a better fire tower. We did find remnants of the old cab, though, in the woods. You could see some what looked like plywood and what looked like glass and such. I'm guessing it probably fell down during a bad stretch of weather at some point over the years. But it was cool to kind of see remnants of the old cab. You think so? Yeah, because you got pieces over there, but then down there, the 360 camera died. But I definitely see what looks to me to be...
Actually, if you come around this way, Joe, you'll probably get a better angle on it.
All right.
I'm feeling like
Hey, Mike, can you hold this?
This would have been a great spot for a picnic. See down that way?
Yeah, see, there was like...
Yeah.
You know, see over there?
Branch. Yeah. It's funny how that ended up so flat.
Look at that. That definitely looks
Local
man-made.
Tower collapse experts.
Dude, Joe. Hopefully there was no fires when it...
You're used to going down real far.
The walk down didn't seem to take as long, and in my opinion, this spot, which is pretty close to the bottom, is a better view than the top. I thought this was kind of a cool spot where the woods kind of just opened up and you had a nice view. Because the road was only steep and not so bad, some of the guys decided they wished they drove up and wanted to see if they could do it. So we got in the cars and drove up the path we just walked up. It really wasn't bad. The Tundra and the Power Wagon had no issues at all. And the road is pretty steep at times. It's hard to capture on camera, but it's a pretty steep, especially towards the end, a pretty steep climb. While I was up there with the drone, I might as well take a better look at the top of the tower where the cab would have been in the glory days. Then we headed back down the mountain and we made our way back towards our campsite. Again, I kind of wanted to explore more and put some more miles down and see some more things, but I had a pretty good time just taking it easy and slow. And returning to the same site isn't what I usually do because I like to see more sites, but it was nice to be able to relax, especially in such a fantastic spot. After a great night of hanging around the campfire and a good sleep, woke up to a very foggy morning. Didn't take long for the sun to burn that off. We just kind of had a slow, lazy morning before we cleaned up and headed out. It's amazing how clear the water is. Just to be able to see straight through the water, right to the bottom. It's just so nice, such a nice place to be. It didn't take us too long to get to the Dickey checkpoint electronic gate. We made the phone call, we checked out, and it wasn't too long after that I realized I left my flashlight at Fox Brook campsite. So if you find a Olight Marauder, enjoy. To my friends, thank you very much for joining me. To everyone else, thank you for watching this. And to Mike, thanks for having a birthday.